Hello there, my name is Retro Like I talk about animation, and today we talk about Fire from Mars, episode 3, episode 4. In these two episodes, let's face it, they were actually really good and very interesting because Jeffrey himself got in between sort of a trouble, sort of giving a party to his boss, and Jackson sort of stopped the party because he smelled gas because Jeffrey was sort of nervous because the party was super bad. He put some gas out to light the mood, to manipulate their emotions, but the only problem is gas and fire in a party would be exploding up the whole place. I mean, it blew up the whole sector. I'm surprised nobody died. In fact, thanks to Jackson, being a gun-ho Chad he is, saved everyone. But the only problem is Jackson took the blame and Jeffrey is the hero and he feels guilty about that. But I love it is interesting he attempted to explain it. It's that he doesn't have the backbone to explain right, or the conversation didn't allow him to explain himself. Like, you do see him, you rewatch episode 3, how he attempted to explain it. Is that they didn't allow him to explain because they assume it was actually Jackson, because let's face it, Jackson's the only one who manipulates people to have the happy moments because how the difficult job is, especially their boss, that how she is sort of, let's face it, a little bitch, but at the same time, I do not blame her to be sort of mean-spirited, especially the difficulty of the job. At the same time, who should be blamed, Jackson or Jeffrey? Because let's face it, both of them are kind of their fault on manipulating people using the gas. But at the very end, is Jeffrey is sort of the hero of the whole thing. But over time, he sort of feel guilty. But at the same time, he did all he can to explain that he just let it go things, and he tried to comfort Jackson, but you find out more about Jackson, why he's just sort of a Chad, that he supposed to be a sort of kind of a superstar back then. He was like 9 and 10, this sort of chubby little kid. But I love it, you find out all about this is about his USB little pen he has on his neck that's supposed to be blackmail for everyone just in case something goes wrong. I love that sort of conversation they both have, like, why you have this USB, this dirt, if later on you find out the dirt is from him, his dirt, his guilt of being sort of fat, maybe useless, because you don't know the deep information or the process of Jackson, why he's like this. I mean, the guy's a Chad, but he's sort of kind of depressing, kind of a Chad. But you want to know more. But I love it that Jeffrey feels so guilty because he was sort of the fall guy. He's supposed to be the fall guy because he's the one who did the same thing as Jackson. But the only difference is he went too far. Now he's sort of worrying what to do the right thing. I mean, he attempted to do the right thing. It's just it wasn't the right moment to tell because no one allowed him to tell him. And that sort of guilt kind of burned inside him till he actually released the information and explained, yeah, it's my fault. But I found fascinating they wanted to imprison Jackson and Jeffrey in the sleeping capsule for another 2 years. At least 1 to 2. You have like, I think a little bit too far to put people in sleep for that long. But at the same time, if you actually think about it, they don't have prisons in this location. So yeah, I think the safest place is putting in the capsule. But I love it they sort of kind of communicated after episode 4 that just they promote him to a different location to be more safer, just to move rocks to place point A to point B. But you find it interesting that Jeffrey, he's just sort of out of it. He just feels sort of depressed till he thought, you know what, I can do this. I can remake myself. I can be like Jackson, redo myself. That he created a chart what to do every single day just to lift them, to reinvent himself. The beginning it works, but reality kind of falls in like always. Every time you're trying to be a good person or reinvent yourself, it's there sort of the stagnation, that sort of what's the point? Because you keep hitting the wall over and over, and nothing really changes, and you see sort of falling apart till one of the buddies, uh, I don't remember the guy's name. He's usually the stalker guy that he tells them, "Oh, there's a position about the rock people. They have to move rocks." And like, the very beginning, he didn't want to take the job. Like, you understand why you trying to not get off the sort of cycle once again, but once more you fall in the hole. So Jeffrey decided, yeah, sure, he takes the job, and you realize, yeah, the job is not bad. It's interesting. He just moving rocks, but this is the thing. What episode 4 kind of followed this sort of interesting factor that he find out there are a bunch of bananas reappearing and reappearing somewhere else. Like they someone moving this stock of food, this sort of cavern, and nobody really questioned this, but at the same time, keep repeating every single time, and it does not make sense. And Jeffrey, at the very beginning, he wants to know, but his co-worker says, just ignore it, it's not your problem. Till he meets the doctor, who kind of flirts with him. He wants something with her, but you realize she's just using her for like a one night stand now, where he kind of break him once again to old self, so depressing, questioning himself, wondering what he's doing. But at the same time, you kind of accidentally, or Jeffrey accidentally finds out that this doc, bananas, and the doctor, and some people he sort of have sort of issues with, have a sort of secret organization or secret club talking about him, using him, or eliminating him. So I can see what Jeffrey's sort of confused and curious. He wanted to know more, but also he finds out in the caverns where he used to work in the rocks, there will be another colony, or at least sort of a maybe the original, because he's sort of confused. I mean, I'm confused. Like, I thought that this first colony, it was the first colony. Apparently not. Like, there is more things going on behind the scenes, and Jeffrey's sort of in the middle of everything. Like, he really doesn't know what to do. I mean, you feel sad for the guy because he was dumped by his girlfriend. She was actually cheating on him, at least I'm assuming. And on top of this, he almost lost his finger. He almost went to jail permanently sleeping. He basically lost almost everything. I mean, at this point, why bother living? Because how everything just fall apart for the guy. But at the same time, it's like the little moments with your own friends make life sort of worth living. Like Jackson helps him, and Jeffrey helps Jackson, and those moments help him to lift him a little bit more, give him a little bit more reason to exist. And that's sort of interesting, especially he actually got caught around the secret organization. He attempted to run away because he's not sure he'll be killed or used by this organization. He just runs away. But unfortunately, he's running away to a certain location. He doesn't know where he's going. He sort of got trapped in the pipes. Now he got caught to upper management in questioning him, like, what's going on? Are you betraying us? And Jackson does be really honest. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I just hunt rats. That's all you told me to do. That's what I'm doing. Honestly, he's telling the truth. Like, there is no covering up anything. Like, he doesn't know what's going on. But at the same time, I feel he's just being used by the other team to get what they want for maybe justice. At least that's what I'm assuming, because it feels when you find the cavern, this sort of lost colony, you have a plaque saying us something to remind us of the past hero who passed away, or basically more like our future kids or something. Like, I didn't read complete plaque, but that's what it technically says. But I found it fascinating that Jeffrey doesn't know what to do. He kind of likes the doctor, but the doctor betrayed her, but he didn't say anything to the higher ups. He's sort of in the middle place, like, yeah, I don't know. But I love it is the secret organization grabbed them to sort of congratulation to join in the whole conspiracy thing that we don't know he will accept or not. I mean, you feel sorry for Jeff. He's so screwed so many different ways. Like, he is maybe the most relatable loser you ever seen on television, at least to me, because you feel for the guy. Every time he tried to do something good, something went wrong, you think, oh, he's a loser. But the more you keep thinking about it, no, he's not. It's that he has no control, not because he wants control or he can't control it. It's everybody keeps screwing over again of him. And you just, wow, you just feel for the guy. But at the same time, it's sort of fascinating how he get out of it. What is his next decision? That this guy is not the smartest, but you wonder what you do. You're his position. Do you rat out the organization or not because you can't trust the higher ups, or you can't trust the organization who attempted to kidnap them? He is sort of in between our hard place and a rock. So yeah, it's sort of fascinating what can happen next. In fact, I'm excited the next episode. Yeah, I will review the next episode. Depends on people are interesting me to actually talk about it. Now, I got nothing else to say, just how you felt about the first two episodes or these two episodes. Do you like it? Do you hate? You like the direction? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.